Welcome back, friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellowseven Gaming, and we're playing Football Manager 2019. We're back with Kaiserslautern, Die Ruhigen Teufel for the final season of our second season in the save and our first season in 2 Fussball Liga. So, how have things gone? Well, this gives you a little bit of a hint. No, they've gone okay. No real complaints. We come down here, let's see, we played these two most recently. So we came back against St. Pauli and had kind of a big beatdown. They beat us 5-2, especially annoying because it was at home. You know, we had 31,000 fans there to see us. Look, we're in the 30s now on a regular basis. Those were 40,000 people. So we should have done better, but we didn't. Yeah, you can see they jumped out to an early lead here. They got up 3 goals initially before we even got one. And then they equalized shortly after the half. We got another one they got another one, and then we just threw a garbage time goal. It meant nothing, but it made Hemline feel a little bit better. We followed that up, though, with a beating on Duisburg. Yeah, just kind of the opposite of the other one. We had a couple goals. They got one. We got a penalty afterwards, and then another one 2 minutes after that. They got one just before half, but we came out right after half and scored, and then they got kind of a garbage one in there. But you can see, for the most part, we played pretty well. Followed that up with a 4-1 beating of Gruther Firth. This one, though, I was worried. They came out, they scored a goal in the 4th minute, and we did absolutely nothing the first half. Absolutely nothing. And you can see we didn't get anything until the 62nd minute, and then we managed to get 2 in the 68th, and then 1 in the 83rd, and then they had a guy sent off, and we managed to get Bergman got 1 more there towards the end. So 2 for Bergman, 1 for Gokengul, and 1 for Huth. And it came out looking a lot better than I felt it was going to. And then a little 2-1 win over Hamburger, who was top of the league, top of the table at that moment. Their manager stormed out of the room when asked if he should show a little more passion, so I guess he showed it and left. 53,000 people were there in Hamburger to watch us with the upset. And for once, we came out quick. Beata got the goal in the 6th minute. And then nothing happened for a very long time. They got one in the 86th to draw, and we snuck back ahead in the 88th. 3 injuries, fairly severe ones. Pick was in already because Zook was injured to begin with. So, yeah, it's hurt a little bit. Unfortunately, we followed that up with a 0-2 loss to Heidenheim. This one's not nearly as bad as it looks. It looks bad, but they had 1 clear-cut chance, 1 half chance. We had 3 of each. We put 2 of those shots off of the goalpost. When we had chances, we kicked it right at the goalie or right at the post. And we got another major injury in it. And a lot of yellows. But we didn't deserve a 0-2. We should have won this 2-0. That's what we deserved, but it just didn't quite happen that way. We followed that up with Stuttgart, who pretty well just put the beat down on us. You can see they came out, they had 3 goals, including an own goal by Isaac, within the first 20 minutes. 3 goals within 3 minutes, realistically here. And even though they had a man sent off, it didn't matter. They pulled back, and there was just absolutely nothing we could do. We just, nothing. The only good thing is Ogden got a goal. So that leaves us our final match of the season against Bochum. I guess Bochum there in 14th place. We are at home. We should win this one. Squad-wise, a little bit different. I'm going to try to play the youngsters. Danny Menig, by the way, was the Zweiliga Under-17 Player of the Year. There were only 3 of them. They all played poorly, but he got a goal. So, is what it is. So that's that. We've got Sven and Hamza playing in our defensive or in our midfield. I've got Marco Waymans playing on mid-left because Zook is more or less back at this point. We can play him wherever we need to if we have to. Pick is still injured for a little while. So what I did was I moved Cruiser up to mid-right. We put Chire in on defensive right. He can play right or left and prefers left, but we're going to stick him on the right today. We're going to leave Yannick Sternberg in there. We've got Isaac and Gokul Gul in there. We essentially went young. Huth actually has been, you don't see it here, but that's still 7.28, even though it's kind of dropped off precipitously there. He's got 8 goals, and he's been improving fairly well as a player. Oddly enough, they think he's a right wing back. That's what our coaches seem to think he has any future as. They think he's a League 3 striker and a decent League 2 right wing back. Unfortunately for him, we've had Hemline running through there. Bergman plays over there. Obviously, Nicholas Kreuzer can play there. So we've got a fair amount of depth there. Anyway, but like I say, we're going to play the youngsters. I wonder, if we went to, I think Team 2 just played. I was going to see if we could snag Mamadou. Should have done this the other direction. Has he played today? If I bring him up, no, that's not what I'm looking for. If I bring him up to squad, senior squad, we go back to here. Is he eligible to play today? He is. You know what? I'm going to do this setup because this is what I would ultimately like to have. You guys probably won't see this, but I'm losing the bottom of the screen again to the start menu. Let's go to tactics real fast. He likes to be a poacher, but I want him to be a target man on an attack. What's his finishing? Well, his anticipation's not great, and his vision isn't great. Let's just put him on support. Let's make him a target man on support. And Menig, he likes to be a poacher. I'm fine with that. I suppose I was going to see what footed they were. Very strong left. So that's good. That'll put his left foot in the middle of the goal, more or less. Shots can come across and go in there. So I'm okay with that. So let's run something along those lines. Not our standard setup by any way, but, this is kind of the future, potentially. The only player I'm playing that I kind of thought about not playing was Gokengul because he's not ours. I thought maybe we could put Malcolm in. We are. We're going to put Malcolm in. We'll play our guys. These guys are loanies. Amadi's only 20 years old, so I thought about putting him in just because it matches kind of the youth movement type of thing we got going on. But, that's fine. Medical center, we mentioned that. You can see season injury history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major injuries. 3 of which were to starters. And a lot of moderate. I mean, look at that. That goes on for a while. So they say we've had fewer injuries than were expected, but that's because all of our injuries were like a month plus. 3 to 4 months right here for Bergman. He's out that long. And that might seriously mess up his training, long term, his development. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but he's out 3 to 4 months more. So he's going to be out for the first couple months of the next season, which means we really need to get some more depth at midfield. Because we're going to lose our loanee in there as well. So anyway, current injuries, you can see we've got Jan Lohmannsroben. He's out for another 5 to 10 days, 48 days for Flavius. Florian should be back any day now. And in fact, he's on the bench for us. And another 2 to 3 months for Bergman. So let's go ahead. Oh, I know what we were going to talk about, competitions. We have finally, despite that nice little winning streak, we have dropped back to 5th place after the last couple of losses. And we are down on goal differential. Our goal differential is 2, which tells you that we're pretty lucky to be where we are in 5th place. We've lost close games and we've won some close games, but we haven't really put up a whole lot of goals. So maybe we've lost big and won close games, something along those lines. But the board loves us. We've done okay here, 100% for this. And we're fine with this. It doesn't really matter where we finish up here. I'm okay with kind of anything. We're not going to finish any farther down than 6th. So, that's better than we thought. We needed to finish 12th or higher was our goal. Team selection, we've done this. We don't need to talk too much more about that. Let's go ahead and see how long some of these players can play because some of them are not really ready. Mantian especially probably is about the worst there. Dressing room. I know how hard you're working in this poor form. And then let's go ahead and just give him a little faith. It's green across the board. Let's go with that. It's a squad game nowadays. Full faith in the 11. Yeah, he's a natural choice. If he's a natural choice, he'd be the regular captain, but, you know, it is what it is. Acton looks like he's been playing pretty well. I've really liked the little bit we've seen of him in. Just decided to take out Mamadou, or he flopped, I'm not sure which. Fairly quiet match so far. Jure into Menig. Menig all the way across to Waymans. Oh, and he puts it in. Waymans is a very attacking winger. I think he's got pretty decent long shot. We'll watch the highlight here, then we'll click on him real fast. Menig all the way across. Waymans gets a head on it. Ryman got his hands on it, just not quite enough to do anything with. Oh, we're making sure he's onside with this one, maybe? Yeah. Let's pause real fast. And Waymans. Great first touch 15, 11 finishing, long shots of 11, and he's got composure of 11. So he could be a goal scorer. Legitimately decent goal scorer there on the left. He's going to be dangerous. He's somebody to keep an eye out for. So Zook, I guess watch out, because you know, you need to look over your shoulder. You've got somebody there who can score some goals. Cruiser puts it back to Waymans. Goes up to Raffia. Raffia out to Mamadou. Mamadou tries to go back in, but not very well. We had two players there. You'd think that would be a fairly large target. He missed both of them. Radzinkowski, but Cruiser comes back, just take it away. Isik feeds it back to Huth. Even when we weren't playing well, Huth was player of the month at one point and kept making the, you know, Zwei League team of the week. Oh, look at that. Menig manages to break through. Oh, but he doesn't manage to finish it. Big, huge pass up. He had the chance. Isn't able to put away. That was probably the clear-cut chance right there. Waymans tries to feed it into Raffia, but defense played that pretty well. You know, we've had some exciting highlights, but there have only been 3 shots so far. Luckily, one of them, I don't know where that was going. I mean, he was the only one even close to that. Raffia takes it away, back to Isik. Isik back to Huth. This time we managed to find Mamadou. Mamadou finds Menig again. Menig runs on it. Oh, and that time the goalkeeper goes down and he puts it over the top of him. There we go. A little bit of a youth movement here in front of the home fans for the last game. I really kind of wanted to see what we had here. I think this is a pretty good thing going forward. A good combination, and you know, something maybe we're going to see in the future. You know, maybe we move Huth over to right wing. Timmy, I think this is the end for him, so he's going to be gone. So we're going to have at least, you know, a spot out there. And it's probably a year too soon for Mamadou to play next season, but you know, like I said, I wanted to see kind of how he did. Menig, we will definitely see next season. Whether he's going to be the starter or the primary backup, I don't know. They get ahead on it, manages to go over the top. We get a little lucky there, but we're up 2-0. It was 25 minutes in. Isik way up to Mamadou. Mamadou tried to get ahead on it. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but Raffia's got it. Back to Agton, who squeezes it into Menig. Back out to Raffia. Menig out to the edge there on Sternberg. Feeds it back into Raffia. Raffia, a little back heel spin thing to Mamadou. Oh, that was beautiful. And Mamadou manages to put that one away despite the less than stellar stats for finishing. But he's given a great opportunity, and he's able to take it. You know, we may not need a lot more depth at mid-center. You know, we might have the players we need. You know, and that's what the team wants from a philosophical standpoint, is to bring these guys up through the ranks and put them in the game. And it may be we're there. You know, we'll have to kind of take a look here at the end of the season and see if I think we're better than we were at that. But 3-0 so far, which has put us back up into 4th place. Jan Renningsberg has also jumped to place. Oh, and Menig puts another one away. 6th goal of the season, trying to show off in front of the fans with that. You know, he's the under-17 player of the year, right? Cruiser, in. Psh. Right foot, first touch, in. Just deflects it in. I haven't even... Chure just feeds that out, just gets it rid of it, puts it out to the left. I need to pause here for a second. Sandhusen is losing. Where are No, they're in a draw to FC Union. Well, that's kind of embarrassing because FC Union's here. Let's maybe keep an eye on what's going on down there. Because right now, both us and Jan Regensburg are leapfrogging them. That's a little disappointing to have two people jump you when you have bottom of the league. Last game of the season, excuse me. 7 shots, they have had the possession lead. But we've created 2 clear-cut chances and a half chance. And more importantly, we've got goals off of those chances. Yeah, we appreciate their efforts. Look at that. Oh my, this is like the best stats we've seen all season. And oddly enough, Sved and Hamza Rafi are the only two that aren't above 7, but I think they both played pretty well. It hasn't given them any key passes. But we've seen Rafi set things up. He was the pass before, so I think, yeah. Shooting 1, and it was on target. All right, well, let's go ahead, and I don't see need to change anything. There's no games after this, so if somebody's a little tired, I think Rafi, I think they said 75 minutes, but we're just going to kind of roll with this. I don't really see a huge need to change anything. We could put Amadi in. He's 20 years old. Like I say, he's not our player. But it wouldn't hurt. We could put Zook in too if we wanted to out on the wing. He's played pretty well all season. Oh, that was a beautiful little header by Gamera. Razakowski manages to put a beautiful corner kick in. Just comes flying up. Ugh. Slams that one home, 4-1. At least give him a little bit of pride on the way out the door. Oh, maybe a little bit more than that. Huth makes 2 saves in a row. The first one was a bit awkward, but he manages to get up and push the second one wide. I think we're going to maybe do a concentrate and maybe drop back a little bit. And maybe we'll make a sub. Yeah. Hamza is a little bit wiped. Let's go ahead and put Alphonse in there. We don't need to injure anybody. We've had enough of that already. Not too much more going on. I'm going to go ahead and make one more, well, maybe 2 more subs. Let's go ahead. Let's thank, man, Malcolm's been playing great. But let's thank our loanees for a great season that they gave us. We're going to go ahead and we've got Gokin in now. We've got Alphonse in. And let's put Zook in for Cruiser on the right side. Make sure we get Zook, some applause from the hometown fans here for a very good season. He may not be back. He's annoying me a bit, asking for that contract and making a fuss about it. My plan is still to offer him a new contract in the offseason, but like I said, we've got players, that can play on the wing. We've got a lot of players that can play on the wing, as it turns out. And so maybe not. Oh, Menig manages to run through. They were not paying attention. He just waits. Goalkeeper makes a little bit of move. He slots it around him and in. And we're up 5-0. Danny Menig, 7th goal of the season. He only had 1 in Zwei League up in this point. Yeah. Goalkeeper goes a little bit too far over, and he just goes back the other direction. Beauty. 3 goals. Hat trick for Danny Menig, playing a 9.6. We've got assists all over the place. Look at that. Another 8 for Toure playing back there. Just absolutely destroying them. Really well done. We had 3 clear cut and a half chance in this game, which was nice after the 3-3 that we had in the match we lost. At least we managed to put these chances away. I think we can all be pretty ecstatic about that. I think we go passionate and pleased with the result and performance, and I think we're in good hands. I think we are. Let's see. Paderborn win 2. Win the Zwei League. Kaiserslautern win comfortably. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That was it, though. Those 3 goals early. Humbly, incurred comes down. Season of unlikely equivalent success for SC Paderborn. Result 5 to. Oh, that's just the goal. I was thinking it was like odds for something. I was confused, and I shouldn't have been because it's a pretty straightforward table there. Yeah, that's fine. Menig on fire. There we go. Look at that. The youngster, superb in front of goal. Yeah, and I mean, let's take a look at him. Everything's up. Everything's up. I mean, the physicals are finally there. The problem was he had good finishing, but he didn't have any sort of, the physicals weren't there. The speed wasn't there. The pace wasn't there. So he couldn't actually get to where he needed to be. Now that those have come up, he's looking a lot better, and he's got good composure. His heading is good too. So, that's nice. If we have him and Mamadou up there, we've got great heading up top. He can take penalty taking, with good finishing and good composure. He might be our top penalty taker at this point on the team. It'd be nice to see the long shots come up, but you can see it's dramatically coming up from where it was, and the composure and the bravery as well. We need to see bravery come up a little bit more if he's going to mix it up with the guys in front of goal. But like I say, I'm happy with the way he's developing. And we got 14 million. I think we can be pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and click through a couple times here and see if we got some awards to hand out. I've been scattering a bunch of people. Training schedule, let's just mark all as red. Hit. Now we don't care about social feed at the moment. We're just trying to get to the awards and in the season. So I think we did well. I think we'd be happy if we did this again next season. It might take a couple seasons to build up players. I'd say to get players better than we have, we need to spend at least $1 million. Players inducted. 3 players have been considered good enough. Gökhan Gül, fair enough, 36 appearances, 2 goals. Alphonse Ahmad and Yannick Huth were other players selected. So a little bit disappointing that it's 2 loanees, but that just tells you what a good season they had. They were obviously good pickups for us. Yeah, there we go. I mean, this is not too far off what we have. Malcolm, Neudecker, Albeck, Gökhan, Kreuzer, Hemline, Zook, Sternberg, Timmy, Beata, and Sievers. Other than Sievers, this is kind of not too far off how we ended the season. Well, Albeck and Neudecker, I guess. Man, I can't believe he's there even though he only played half a season. Did he ever play with us before? How did he... Well, I guess it was a season and a half. But still, I mean, that's 1 season worth of work right there. You know what I'm saying? 2 goals, 8 assists. That's not spectacular. I don't think he deserves to be up there. I'm going to go out on a risk and say it. Player of the season, Yannick Sternberg. Goal of the season, Alphonse. Signing of the season, Yannick Huth. Yeah, I can't argue that. Young player of the season was Gökhan. Let's see what they think our goal of the season was. We didn't have any bicycle kicks or anything like that. So Sternberg up to pick. In the rain, Bergman injured or on a yellow. Amade. I guess. I don't know. Not seeing it. Look back on the season. Job well done. They impressed sufficiently to break clear of mid-table obscurity, finishing above expectations. Moment to forget. Yeah, I would agree with that. Squad dynamics. We got 3 team leaders. Plans for next season. Top half. No, not automatic, not promotion. I think top half. Okay. I don't know what they think. I don't know if they think we should have done better or worse, but please with those of you who agree with me. I don't. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm guessing they think we're being overly, but we were supposed to finish mid-table this season, 12th, so 12th to 9th is not a huge increase in expectations. We did pretty well as far as that goes. Injury issues. Let's go Longest spell, is that what we're already looking at? 5 months for Eric Petrie, a youth player. 2 months, 2 for Loshner, 6 weeks for Rafia, 5 weeks for Menig, 5 for Hassan, Clemens, Ebers, Axel. Cruiser was 4 weeks. Hemline was 4 weeks. Malcolm was 4 weeks. Osmer was 4 weeks. Bergman's going to be out for months, but he's missed 4 weeks so far. Marco was 3. Florian was 3. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk. Sternberg was out for a while. Flavius was out. Zook was out for a couple weeks. It was worse than they want to pretend it was, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody's gone on vacation. Whose progress? First team has been good. See, they think he's a good player for 2 Bundesliga sides, but the last one, which was just before the game, they said he was a good right wing, which is Yannick Huth. I'm sorry, different Huth. I got too many Huths. Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper. I think we're good with that. And let's see, do I have a much to respond? Preseason lasts 3 weeks. I can go 4 weeks. So yeah, we need to take a look. I'm not really sure kind of where I think our squad needs to go. We definitely need better defense, right? Because Gokhan Ghoul filled in and was spectacular for us, right? But we didn't get much out of Malcolm, and it's either just him and Isaac, really. Isaac. We've got Jonas Schultz, but he's not. His heading is good and his tackling is decent, right? He's got good positioning and makes decent decisions. He's a little bit like Isaac in that case, in that the numbers he has for his position are decent and everything else is kind of garbage. Isaac trains really hard, though, and he's coming up. He's 2.5 stars now. He's got another full star worth of potential left. You know, we're seeing some other stuff come up. I don't really care if his finishing comes up. I like to see the anticipation and the composure come up. Decisions are continuing to come up. Off the ball is not as big, but vision would be nice. It'd be nice if he could actually pass a little bit better, but 8's not garbage for where we're at. So, you know, we need more. We need somebody else for back there. We really do. We've got Oscar, who can play there as well. He's 25 years old. Maybe we do. You know, they say ball-playing defender. Maybe he becomes the starting. You know, maybe it's him and Isaac with Jonas and Malcolm as our backups. We might actually be okay. In fact, let's think about that. So if we go, we'll just kind of slot him in here. Something like that. We know we want Cruiser on the right. We know we've got Sternberg on the left. So then we've got Bear as our backup goalkeeper, Bear Girls. We'll say, whoops, no, Isaac needs to go back to here, sorry. We've got Malcolm and Jonas there. On the left, we've got Ture as our backup there. Then we get to mid-right. And actually, Flavius could be the backup. We might swap. How did I do that? Put Flavius in on the left, and then Ture would be on the right, maybe, something like that. I think he prefers to be on the left, but he plays fine on the right. Whereas Flavius only likes to be on the left. So maybe something like that there. And then mid-center, maybe Bergman and Sven. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Bergman and Sven with Hamza. I think Loman's Robin is done as well. I think I'm ready to cut him loose. Which means we need somebody, at least one other person to play mid-center that we can plug in there for a sub. And then, for the moment anyway, we might want to cash in on Hemline, but we've got him on the right. And we've got Zook on the left. And then I've got Florian, who wants more time, but he's kind of as good as he's going to get. What I like is he can play left and right, but I've got Marco now for the left. And we've got so many people that can play on the right. We could decide that we wanted Elias to be on the right. Or what we could do is we could cash in on Hemline, move Huth over there, run him as like a inside wing, whatever, with his good finishing. I don't know. The acceleration bothers me. The vision's coming up. The anticipation's coming up. I don't know. And for the moment anyway, Beata and maybe Menig there. And we use Huth kind of as a general all-around. He could fill in the right. He could fill in for either striker place. Coolvetter is unneeded. He's not going to get better. We're going to dump him. Mamadou, let's go ahead and move him back. We'll leave him where he is for now. But, he's close to being there for us. I think Timmy we sell. His contract's, I think, up. 6:30. Let's see who's gone. Oh no, Jonas is gone. Alphonse obviously is. We could make a run at Alphonse if we wanted. I don't know if we got a shot at him though. We may not have enough money to afford him, but Jonas looks like he's going to be gone, so he's not really, and that's fine. I don't know. Coolvetter I have listed as not needed, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer list him. Yeah. And where's Timmy? Timmy, I think we go ahead and transfer list him. He's already listed. Jan Lohmans-Robin, I would just as soon sell him. But I'm not upset if we keep him. I mean, he's a decent backup as far as that goes. And that's kind of it, I guess. To be honest, I'm still not sure what I need. We can put Florian on the bench there because he can play a lot of positions. Mamadou will put on the bench there for now. So I would say defensive center, especially with Schultz leaving. We need at least one more, maybe two more there. And maybe... I don't know. That might be it. Depending on who we sell. I don't see any other huge glaring needs at the moment. So maybe the rest is just going to be best player available for the cash we have. Finances should be okay. 14 mil there in the bank. I'm currently, I can slide that over. Does that leave us? Nope, we're still up a bit, but we're going to, if we can sell some people, we'll be okay. Anyway, that is season 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we've done pretty well financially. I think we're really helping the team. We could spend, I don't know what they're going to give us for a transfer budget. I'd rather not spend more than maybe 4 or 5 million at most. I'd like to keep 8 or 9 million in the bank just to pay for next season. So we stay positive. But I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.